Thank you very much for a wonderful welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a little bedtime story for you. Once upon a time, there were two men, and one was called Mr. Smith, and one was called Mr. Wilson. And Mr. Smith was all strung up about something, and he'd kept Mr. Wilson hanging around for a whole week, and it was imperative that they should string along together. And although they met several times, they were never quite able to tie the knot. It was a very ropey situation. And then suddenly they both thought, I wonder if I'm asking too much. Perhaps we ought to meet each other halfway, and so they did. And they lived happily ever after. I've got a card trick for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and I must be honest about this. This is not a new card trick. As a matter of fact, I remember showing this many, many years ago to a man called John Logie Baird, and he said, Mr. Nixon, everybody ought to see this marvelous trick, and so he invented television. Now, I need a little help with this, and just to save time, I don't want to waste seconds really on a live show. I asked one of the chief attendant to pick out somebody with a kind face somewhere near the front, and he has, and he's showing him up onto the stage, but he didn't know until this moment that he was coming up on the stage. May we make him welcome, because he may be nervous. Thank you very much indeed, sir. I'm awfully grateful. I won't pull your leg at all. Will you come and sit down over here? Sir, would you mind me asking your name?
Roy.
Sir, did you... Roy.
Yeah, Roy.
Mr. Thompson, Roy, may I say Roy? Now, Roy, word of honour, you didn't know we were going to meet, did you?
I didn't know.
You've no idea what's going to happen?
I haven't.
Well, join the club. No, thank you all the same. Now you are on the stage of the London Palladium. You are over 13, aren't you?
I think so.
Yes. Not that I'm superstitious, but they're a bit funny, you know. You have to be 13. Sir, do you play cards?
I do.
Would you shuffle the cards for me, please? Will you give them... Have a look at them first, if you like. May I ask what you do for a living? Do you mind me asking?
I'd rather keep that a secret.
You'd rather keep it a secret? Fair enough, so would I. But that's one of the things about my business. You do shuffle, yes. I can see you do. Not too much, I've got a living to make. Thank you very much, sir. The cards are thoroughly shuffled. Now, do you play cards very much, sir, or just a little?
Frequently.
But you know the cards pretty well.
Yes.
May I ask you a great favour, sir? Would you take one of these out and look at it, but don't let me see what it is for the moment. You can have any one you like. You looked at the cards, did you? And the cards were all different. You saw that. Now, would you just hold the card up for about 5 seconds to the audience? Don't say what it is. Whatever you do, it makes it too easy for me. Hold it up to the audience. Let them see what it is, and then put it down again. And I have a packet of envelopes here, Mr. Thompson. These are perfectly ordinary envelopes. As a matter of fact, I got them in a shop just down the road here yesterday. There's a very nice girl in this shop. You may know it. I walked up to the counter, and I said to this girl, excuse me, do you keep stationery? And I can't tell you what she said. But it was very embarrassing. Would you take one of these envelopes out for me? You can have any one you like, sir. And will you look inside, make sure that it's perfectly empty. It really is empty, but check that if you will, and then put your card into the envelope. Now, I think that's fair. Mr. Thompson is putting his own card into his own envelope. And would you mind sticking the flap down? Oh, he's done it. I'm very... I don't like to taste myself. No, these are second-hand. I'm sorry about that. And just to make sure, have you got a... Would you sign your initials over the flap? I have...
You have a pen?
Have you got one?
No, I haven't got one.
Well, I have one here. Oops. I nearly gave you my radio mic. No, they're very uncomfortable. I have a little wireless set here. I'm not really putting it on all that much, you know. It's this little transmitter. I can't tell you where the aerial goes, but it's cold. No, you'd think they'd warm it for you, wouldn't you? Will you sign your initials over the flap, sir? Just across the flap. That's lovely. Now, that is your real initial, sir?
Yes.
I can't read it, sir.
RT.
Oh, it's upside down, sorry.
That's better.
You know, if you take this to a chemist, he'll make it up for you. Can I... No, you're being very patient, Mr. Thompson. Can I ask you one more favour? Will you sit on the envelope, put it on the chair, and sit on it? It doesn't matter which way up, whichever's more comfortable. Now, may I, as a slight token of my appreciation, may I offer you a cigarette? I know you smoke, because I looked through the curtain at the start of the show and I saw you doing it. There is I'll give you a light, sir, but there is a catch in this. Do you think I could have one of yours? Could you spare me a Oh, that's a bit of luck. I was hoping you'd have some on you. Thank you so much. Now, you can spare this, can you? You sure it's... Thank you. Don't show the packet too much. You'll have me in trouble. Now, this... Oh, these are Turkish, aren't they? Are they Turkish?
No, not Turkish. No.
Oh, you've been sitting on them. Oh, well... Help yourself to the matches. Now, sir, the matches are fourpence a box, so don't go mad, will you? And it's the rough edge. May I? Whoops, that's how I lost it. Now, you're all right. Oh, I'll take it. That's fine. Finish with this?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone down the little hole. All right. Did you roll this one in bed, Mr. Thompson? It's very rude of me. Don't think I'm criticising the cigarettes, but this one you've given me seems a bit loosely packed. There's nothing in my hands, you can see. I'm going to take your cigarette, sir, and tear it down the paper like this, and pull the paper off the cigarette like this. There's something inside here. It looks almost like a card, a playing card. It is the 4 of diamonds. Was this the card you chose from the pack? Well, I expect you've guessed that the 4 of... Now, it can't be in 2 places at once, so will you take hold of the envelope again? And I wonder if you'd stand up for this bit. Would you come over this way just a touch? And it is your signature. Will you show the audience in case the cameras can pick it up? Is that the one you signed, sir?
Yes.
Word of honour.
Yes.
I haven't had a chance to tamper. Would you tear it open any way you like along the top of the sides? Tear the side or the top of the envelope open. This would be a marvellous trick if it works. Can I show the others? Now, that leaves you, sir, just with the tobacco from your cigarette. Thank you very much. That was extremely kind of you, Mr. Johnson. Very nice of you to help me. And I think you'll agree, ladies and gentlemen, that Mr. Thompson was an extremely good sport. He didn't know he was coming on the stage. And my man, Tarbuck, will show you back to your seat, sir. Tarbuck, will you put this gentleman in the 4 and 6s, please? He came from the 3 and 9s, but we'll put him in the 4 and 6s. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Thompson. Hello, Jimmy.
Hey, nice to see you, David.
And you, and thank you very much for helping me like that.
You do it very well, don't you?
Oh, well, it's a living, you know, I think.
I know how it's done, you know.
Ah, you don't.
Trick cards.
No, it isn't. No,
Yes.
no, I deny this. I never use trick cards. No, it's not true.
Trick cards, I've tumbled. Trick
No,
cards.
it isn't, Jimmy, it isn't. It's what they call sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Yes,
Listen, you couldn't do it with my cards.
I do it with anybody's cards.
No, you couldn't.
I can do it with anybody's cards, Jimmy.
Well, hang on, I've got my man on the side. I'll get him to bring the cards on. Charles?
All right, if you insist. Oh,
Thank you, Charles.
is that your man?
Yes.
How long's he been with you?
The fella.
Oh, is it really? Oh, been here a long time. Jimmy!
Not that long. Now then.
No, seriously, you want me to do a trick with these?
Yes.
Well, look, there are 3 cards. What can I do? I'll tell you what, we'll do Find the Lady, but we'll do it with the ace. We'll call it Chase the Ace, and you have to see where the ace goes.
Okay.
Now, there's an ace, and a 3, and a 2. Now, look, I'll put them on the chair, the 2 first, and then the 3,
Yes.
and on top of that goes the ace. Now, just to make sure you're paying attention, that's the one you've got to watch, and where is it now, Jimmy?
That's the ace, that one there.
One at the end?
That's it,
No,
yeah.
the ace is in the middle, Jimmy. Now, watch a little more carefully. Now, you have to watch very, very carefully. Look, I tell you what. The 3, the ace, and the 2. I'll put the 3 on the table here. There's
on the table
the
there.
3 on the table. The ace over here on the chair, right? And I'll hold the 2. Now, which is the ace?
Ace is on the chair.
No, that's the 3, and the ace is over here. Look, let's try it again. You're beginning to catch on. Now, ace, 3, 2, right? Jimmy, I'll turn them round very slowly. I'm going to hold the ace and turn them slowly. Now, nothing's changed. I'm holding it as a marker
there.
all the time. There's the ace. You see, now, if I take the ace away like this, I'm going to put it on the table. So say to yourself, ace on the table, 3 on the chair.
Ace on the table.
Ace on the table, 3 on the chair. Now, there's the ace. See, ace on the table, 3 on the chair. All right? Now, there's the ace and the 3 on the chair.
Turn it in.
What?
I blimped, I saw.
What?
Yeah, it's one of them, quick.
What do you mean?
You've switched it, it's over there.
No, I told you. Look, the 3 on the chair and the ace on the table. Jimmy, now, you're really beginning to get the message now, Jimmy, if I may say so.
Yes.
So I'll let you take it out yourself this time. Right. Now, right. Now, there's the ace. There's the ace. You take the ace out and hold it. Hold it face down like that. You've got the ace. Just have another look. Make sure. See?
Yes, there it is.
Grab it. Look. And I'll take the 3 like that. And I'll put the 2 over there. Now, what have I got?
The 3.
What have you got?
The ace.
I've got the ace.
How'd you do it? Oh!
Easy.